What's going up, bull runners? Welcome back to the channel. Is $35 per XRP a realistic number that we should be talking about? Well, in today's video, we're going to be diving into what kind of numbers, what price predictions we could put on XRP. First and foremost, we obviously need to break the all-time high before we can start getting into ridiculous numbers, but we're going to do some math in today's video. We are going to be looking at the charts. And then also, I want to show you this right now. What if we had a billion times a billion transactions on the XRP ledger? What do you think would be coming in as far as volume, as far as transaction volume, as far as actual liquidity in the ledger? So when you start to think about these things, could a $35, could a $100, could a $1,000 XRP ever exist? So jumping over here to X, we got Good Morning Crypto Xing out, tweeting out, Ripple, XRP co-founder Chris Larson explains Codius. Now, those of you guys that are new to XRP, those of you guys that are just coming around, you may have never heard of Codius before, but it's been coming out more and more. People are talking about it. That's the world where I think that you could see a billion times a billion transactions, Chris Larson says. With Codius project, you can both use any programming language and you can use any form of ledger. So whether it's a distributed ledger, a decentralized ledger, whether it be PayPal, centralized ledger, Chase, whatever.
With Codius, you can both use any programming language and you can use any form of ledger. So whether it be a distributed ledger, decentralized ledger, whether it be PayPal, centralized ledger, Chase, whatever, we think those smart contracts should be able to tie anything of value from any counterparty or non-counterparty. So that's a kind of a fundamental foundation of it. But what that should do then is allow, to your point, the idea of autonomous agents. So a good example would be, today the only kind of autonomous agent that can exist is basically a virus, which is usually having to do bad things to support itself. Originally, the idea behind viruses was that you have benevolent viruses. And we think with things like autonomous agents that can think of a program that can exist in the wild and kind of have a bank account. Again, an application cannot go to Chase and open a bank account, which means it can't support itself. It can't take in payments from customers. It can't hire developers to improve itself. And something like Codius would allow that to happen. So you might have a world where you have benevolent agents running around that could actually be antibodies for viruses. That'd be one example, taking the place of antivirus companies. You could have an autonomous agent that would be like an Uber, where you wouldn't need Uber. You'd have a direct sort of connection between the customer and the driver. That driver actually could be eventually a self-driving car. What gets really interesting there is you could theoretically eliminate profit margins because autonomous agents don't need to make profit. So these things will have a lot of obviously this is in the future a bit, but this is real now. You can do this all very today, and you'll see a lot of new tools coming out. But that's the world where I think you could see a billion times a billion transactions a day, if you're really going into a world of an internet for value with smart agents. So we shouldn't be talking about technology that replaces existing payment numbers. We should be talking about a world like the Internet of Information, where you see just exponential increases in the amount of value being transmitted.
Cryptocurrency becoming one of the driving factors behind this upcoming election. Now, can XRP, who, as we know, is involved in a government battle, come out on the other side? Is $35 XRP a reality? We will also be jumping into the XRP charts. We'll look at it on the daily and also the weekly charts. We are also going to be taking a look at Bitcoin as well. As we've been talking about, Bitcoin did break out of that bull flag pattern, did not quite reach the all-time high officially. There has been some selling off, but we'll cover more of that. Everything is looking extra spooky today in the traditional markets. For TradFi, $953 billion was wiped out from the US stock market today. Every single major stock is glowing red, which is very unfortunate. Also looking at crypto bubbles, everything red over here except for a couple barely making it by in the green. We got Halloween bloodbath, everything red, not doing very well, but that doesn't matter because we stay positive in these
Before
markets.
we dive in, please note that the opinions in this video are for informational and educational purposes only and do not constitute financial, legal, or investment advice. All investments, including cryptocurrencies, carry risks and potential losses. Always do your own research and consult a licensed financial advisor. We are not licensed financial advisors, and relying on our content for financial decisions is at your own risk.
And for my XRP fans, I really liked what I found here. I did bookmark this one, but take a look at what Ripple just launched today. Dive into blockchain basics with real-world applications on DeFi Island, a 3D web-based experience where real XRPL testnet transactions happen, set up wallets, send and receive XRP, manage token, and mint NFTs. Explore the open source, nice XRPL React JS library and start creating. So when you click over here, it brings you to the island and you can get started. This is really cool because I know a lot of people, when it comes to crypto, they're excited and everything is just about if I put some money in, money go up, right? But obviously there's some red days. And unfortunately, if you're dealing with XRP, there's a lot of sideways trading and not so many up days as of recently. So what is better to do than actually learn what is crypto about? What are things going on? You have to educate yourself on. This is not a gambling thing, right? I know a lot of us, there's a degenerate side of things when it comes to crypto, right? Because you put $1,000 in and you're hoping to make 10,000. You're hoping to turn 1,000 into $1,000,000, and that's totally cool. But there's also real projects, real technology, real use cases for crypto that you've also got to keep in mind as well. And that's why we always recommend having, your two different bags, diversifying. You have to have your long-term HODL portfolio that you've been in the market for a very long time. And then you do have your degenerate 10% of your crypto bag or however much, right? Not financial advice, but the money you can gamble with. But this is really exciting. Ripple and XRPL creating a game for you to learn how to do crypto. All right, so we are in the game and you control yourself with your mouse or with the arrows on your keyboard. Anytime you see a exclamation point, you can go over to it and it has something that it's going to teach you. So after having a little chat with these guys, this popped up on the screen, item required, an X terminal you received. The whole island is integrated on XRPL, so naturally you can use the X terminal to interact pretty much everything around here. Showing me here, creating my wallet, funding the wallet from Faucet, wallet found, payment received, 915 XRP. And now I can show the wallet address. Now, obviously, this is not a real wallet. This is just the game, just so you are aware. So that's not a real wallet address, not real XRP. This is just in the game, teaching you how everything works, which is really exciting. So what do you get inside of here? A 3D learning experience, complete actual transactions on the XRP Ledger testnet, open source 3D web experience, built-in React 3 Fiber. Want to start building on the XRPL with React? You can get your information, fill it in there. At the top here, we're going to click on courses. So what is all included? Lesson 1, what is blockchain? What is cryptocurrency? How do transactions work? What's a smart contract? And on and on and on, which is very, very exciting. That is the blockchain and crypto basics. It also has an intro to XRPL, dive into XRPL DeFi, blockchains for business, code with XRPL and JavaScript, and build with React. And it does keep track of your course progress here. And speaking of courses, don't forget, you can head to the link down below, but you can also simply go to bullrunners.com. And 10 days from now, our whole system is launching. Some of you guys are already early birds. You'll be getting a notification even earlier than 10 days. But the early bird list coming soon. You can get on that now. Take your knowledge and portfolio to the next level. Join our early bird list from the exclusive altcoin picks, market analysis, and get early access to our crypto education platform. Then you'll click on the green button right here. Yes, reserve my spot on the list. Enter your best email address, and then we'll send you more information on how to get started. So if you want to be a part of the Founders Club, we have 10 days left. Get in there ASAP. Do not wait. And today is the day that marks 16 years since Satoshi Nakamoto released the Bitcoin white paper. It is officially 16 years ago today. So without this, we may not be here. You and I may never have introduced each other, whether it was through the computer or in real life. Crypto as a technology has brought in a whole entire new culture, new friends, new communities. We're obviously glad to have you as part of our Bull Runners community. And by the way, if you love being a part of the Bull Runners community, don't forget to smash that subscribe button down below, comment 777, and hit that like button.
We will make America and Bitcoin bigger, better, stronger, richer, freer, and greater than ever before. Thank you all. Have a good time with your Bitcoin and your crypto and everything else that you're playing with. And we're going to make that one of the greatest industries on earth. Good luck and God bless you all. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
And before we dive into the price of XRP, let's take a look at this really cool chart here. Bitcoin's price on Halloween through the years. In 2010, it was 20 cents. If you got Bitcoin back in 2010, let me know down in the comment section, type 2010. When was your first transaction for Bitcoin? I know most of you guys got into crypto through Bitcoin before finding XRP. Let me know what year was your first purchase. 2011, $3.27. 2012, $11. 2013, $201. 2014, $337. 2015, $312. 2016 on Halloween, it was $699. And funny enough, my first ever purchase on Coinbase, I had purchased Bitcoin another way before, but my first ever purchase on Coinbase was in 2016 on October 15th. It's like one of my anniversaries for crypto. And I purchased $30 worth. Check it out. I got 0.04 Bitcoin. At the time, Bitcoin was worth $642. So it was going up. I felt that bull run coming, baby. And I got my first little bit of Bitcoin. Obviously, then on October 22nd, I bought $53 worth. October 22nd, I bought another $20 worth. And that was my October run. So I bought about $100 worth total back in 2016, October, before Halloween. Then we went through the super bull run of that age, which was 2017, got to 6,300, stayed flat, 6,318, 2019 up to 9 grand, 2020, 13, 2021, 61,000. Then the dip, right? The COVID dip, baby. 2022, we got to $20,000. 2023, we were at $34,000. And then this year, 2024, 72,000, almost a new all-time high at this year's Halloween. Jumping over here to X, we also have Alex Becker. He tweeted out something that was pretty impressive to me that I was never really thinking about, because obviously we see Bitcoin making its moves and people are getting excited, but it's not like no one really cares. No one's talking about Bitcoin right now. We almost went to a new all-time high, but the normies, the regular people that usually start talking about it when it's peak, top sellies type of stuff is not out there. And what's interesting, he tweeted out here, normies don't get that BlackRock and institutions have been buying Bitcoin off exchanges, which doesn't immediately affect the price. So we hear, right? There's the biggest, I'm going to show you a stat here in a second, the biggest amount of buying volume ever is happening on Bitcoin. But why is the price dropping? It's just not registering yet. Unlike the dollar, Bitcoin runs out. It's running the F out right now, and demand is higher than ever. It will teleport to 100,000 soon. So why does this matter, he says? All our dog crap Ponzi mid and micro altcoins will go absolutely insane. So I've been telling you guys, we have not hit price discovery for Bitcoin yet. We have not kicked into altcoin season yet. So get ready for those 10, 20, 30 X's on crypto gains, altcoins. Then he says, we will then sell and inherit the earth as the new ruling class fueled by dog and utility coins. It is written. And as we know, Alex does some amazing stuff, very smart when it comes to cryptos, and then also Invest Answers, proving that we're getting tons and tons of volume, but you're just not seeing it on the exchanges. BTC ETFs just had its second biggest day ever, bringing in nearly $1 billion in single day, with BlackRock contributing almost $900 million in just 8 days. They ate up 46,000 Bitcoin. Unreal. Looks like they're trying to get in before Saylor does, because if you haven't heard, Michael Saylor wants to buy another couple of $1 billion worth of Bitcoin as well. We might be seeing the perpetual bid I mentioned earlier this year, because here's what's interesting. With people holding Bitcoin and all these institutions and people wanting to buy Bitcoin, there has to be a seller at each price. So right now we're looking at $70,000 is what the market price is for Bitcoin. People are selling Bitcoins on the market, right? But when someone comes in and wants to buy billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, they can't really buy it from Coinbase. They can't buy it from crypto.com. They have to buy it over the counter, which is from big time whales that are holding it. And they're just selling it basically behind the scenes. We don't even see those transactions happening. This is more along the lines of what we're seeing here is what's registering through exchanges. So as this continues the momentum and people are like, well, I don't want to sell my Bitcoin until it reaches 80 grand. I don't want to sell it till 85. I don't want to sell it to 100,000. Well, people are going to start posting their items for sale, like an auction is kind of the way to look at it. Let's say you do have a Bitcoin and you bought it at 20,000, but you're like, hey, I'd be willing to sell it if it was 100 grand. What if no one is willing to sell any of their Bitcoin in this area right here up until 100 grand? That's called liquidity, right? So right now there's a gap is what everyone is talking about in between here. So people are buying stuff off market. We don't even know how much they're buying it for, right? People are secretly negotiating and selling their Bitcoins behind the scenes. We don't even know how much they're selling it for. But once all of the Bitcoin that's in this area gets purchased up and there is no more, boom, rocket ship. Price discovery, what we're talking about. So if you remember, we were just talking about this. These last couple of days was, oh my gosh, like the internet was on fire. Bitcoin is running. It's going crazy. It's going to break a new all-time high. Those couple of days from here to here was a 10% move. All right. Now, when we go back to here, price discovery, which did happen, that started way back on January 24th when we had this little bull run, right? So going from 38,000 up to the new all-time high, that was a 100% move. Technically a 91.36 move. Let's go to 91.22 or whatever, right? So that's $128,300. If we had the same sort of move from that, and last time we had a parabolic move when people got finally really excited, we could say it was from here to here was a 1,614% move. Not saying that's going to happen again, but let's say from this bottom here up 1,000%. 1,000% move puts us at $541,000. Now, obviously, we don't know if that's going to happen again. This was 1,600. That's just a 1,000% move. And it's also relative to where you say the bottom is. So this was definitely a bottom to that top. Maybe this is our bottom that we want to put it at. Then we can put this here. And if we're using this as our most recent bottom, 1,600% puts it at 270, 275. And we'll put it on a log chart so it's more comprehensible for you to understand. Because when we have it on regular chart, it's so different as far as size calculations. So on the log chart, it makes it a little bit more easy, digestible. All right, so let's take a look at XRP now. Now we're talking about a $35 potential, right? So there's a lot of talk about this $35 potential, but let's take a look at our all-time high first. So we're going to go here. Oh, it's off here. Let's put it on. Let's do strong magnet. $3.31. We go from where we are currently sitting price-wise back to the new it would be a new all-time high if we broke it. 580% move. And as we kicked the video off, we talked about a $37 XRP. Well, we have to keep in mind with a supply of 100 billion. If you had a $35 price, then you would be talking about a market cap of 3.5 trillion. We are currently sitting at 28 billion. So to put that into perspective, there is a long way to go, right? But when we just talked about the video of Chris Larson talking about this is a world where I think we could see 1 billion times 1 billion transactions. So the amount of money that will be flowing through XRP Ledger could make $35 and even higher a true possibility. So, hey, don't forget, if you're ready to get your knowledge and your portfolio to the next level, click the link down in the description below, bullrunners.com. If you don't want to click the link, just simply go to bullrunners.com, join our early bird list for exclusive altcoin picks, market analysis, and get early access to our crypto education platform. Click the green button, enter your best email, and then reserve your spot today.
Hey, bull runners, this is super time sensitive, especially if you're looking to stack more crypto before the bull run is over. Did you know that Visa and MasterCard lost a $5.5 billion class action lawsuit for imposing unfair fees on merchants and business owners. So if you own a business, or if you know any business owners that process payments with Visa or MasterCard between 2004 and 2019, that's 15 years, you could actually be owed a refund of 1 to 1.5% of your total revenue from that period. That's a lot of money. For example, this business that generated 1.6 million in credit card revenue during those years is getting back $28,000. This business that generated over 7 million is getting back $93,000. And this business that generated over $20 million during those years is getting back over $320,000. That's money they didn't even know was on the table. And all they did was fill out a form through the link below this video. It literally takes less than a minute to see if you qualify, but you don't want to wait too long because the deadline to file is February 4th, 2025. So the sooner that you fill out the form below, the sooner that you can reclaim what's rightfully yours. Plus, if you don't have a business, you can actually earn 3% by referring businesses that do qualify by creating your affiliate account through the link below. So this is a no-brainer way to get money back in your pocket to use for your business, or if you want to use it for crypto or other assets to invest in, you can do that. So click the link below. Let's get you paid.